Welcome back in the next session of trust building. So in the last session, we have discussed about the waves of trust. Now, when I'm talking about wave of trust, there were 5 different waves. The first wave, which says that trust, the self-trust. Self-trust means trusting yourself is very important. If you don't trust yourself, no one is going to come and say that I trust you. If you trust yourself, people are going to show trust on you, they are going to believe on you. Same as if you are confident in doing something, people are confident that you will do that. But if your own confidence is not there, no one is going to be confident for you. Second is relationship trust. Now, whether we talk about personal relationship, we talk about professional relationship, the trust in all type of relationship isn't worth living. Along with that, together and make them differences. Third trust, which we have discussed, was the organizational trust. When you're working in the organization, you cannot work without trust. There are different set of individuals who are working together. And when you work together, trust is the main thing which brings you together. Now, it's the trust of the organization which they have on you, that you are going to work for them, you're going to make them grow in the market, and it's your trust on the organization that organization is going to give you the opportunity to grow, to develop yourself, to fulfill your desire, to fulfill your needs. The fourth wave of trust was market trust. Now, what is in the market? How people react to your product? How much people trust you? What is your image? What is your goodwill in the market? That is the fourth trust. And the fifth trust, which we have discussed, was the society trust. The trust we have developed in the society. Now, today we are going to start with what if trust get broken? What do you think? Is regaining trust easy? Can we regain the trust? What do you think as per you? Like for me, if I'm talking about myself, if I lose trust on someone, if someone breaks my trust once, then for me it is very difficult to trust that person again. Even if I trust that person, it's not going to be exactly the same trust which I once had on them earlier. Why? Because see, whenever I'm going to trust them, one thing will again and again strike my mind that he or she is the same person who once broke my trust. There's a quotation. I like to start today with this quotation because today we are going to discuss restoring trust, building trust at workplace and restoring. Once your trust is lost, can you regain trust? Can you rebuild that trust with the same person again? So trust doesn't come with a refill. Once it's gone, you probably won't get it back. And if you do, it will never be. It's very simple that it's not the refill which we are using, which you can fill it again. It's not again. It's not fillable. Once it is gone, once it's broken, once it's finished, it's probably gone forever. It is never going to come back. But if in case, if you get it back, then it will never be the same, and that's the fact. You know, a thread, once it is broken, even if we tie a knot, if we join it again, there's always a knot in that. Same way, trust, when it is gone forever. Even if you try with your willingness, if you give your best to regain that trust, and if you are succeeding in that, again, there are two things. First, it may never be the same way which it was earlier. Second, it will take long time for you to regain the same old trust, the blind trust which you once had in your relationship. So always make sure if someone is trusting you, make sure you never break that trust. Now you'll say that, mom, my friend just broke my trust. And if I'm going to ask you the reason why your trust got broken, you'll have very small things. The trust got broken because my friend committed me to take me out, and at the last moment he or she told no to me. These are not the things on which the trust is broken. Trust is something which is broken when something very big happens, something which hurts you, something which makes you feel sad, something which breaks you into pieces, something which spoils your image, something which hurts your self-respect, something which makes you angry. Those are the reasons when trust is broken. For example, trusting a person, you have shared a top secret of your life. Maybe you have shared something about your personal life with one of your colleagues, and now your colleague is using that against you. For example, you have entered into an organization, you all are working in a team, and while working in the team, you have made a very strong bond with one of the person. And now the bond is so strong that you have even shared your weakness with that person. And now that person is using your weakness against you, or that person has disclosed your weakness to the manager, which is affecting your productivity, your work. Then we can say that the other person has broken my trust, and now it is impossible to regain that back. So always remember, trust is not a bucket, trust is not a refill which you can fill again. See, the trust is broken. Now they are trying to build that again. Is it that simple to build that again? No. If I'm going to give you two broken pieces of glasses, can you fix that? You'll say, yes, ma'am, we can fix that. Okay. Is it possible for you to fix them without seeing that crack? No. Same way, trust when it is broken, the crack always remains between you and the other person. It is never going to heal completely, because broken trust doesn't harm you physically, it harms you internally, and there is no medicine to heal that internal pain which we have received due to that broken trust. So today we will be discussing about restoring trust when it has been broken. Yes, there are always measures. Now here I'm not saying that you cannot gain back the trust. There are two ways. Either you can gain back the trust, it is not going to be the same which it was earlier, or else you can gain back the trust. It's going to take long time, but you may gain the same trust which you were having before. So restoring trust when it is broken. Trust is earned, not given. Make sure it is something which you are earning. It is not something which other person is giving to you. Okay, today I'll go and I'll say, oh, this is a gift for you and this is my trust. Please take it. Please accept this. I cannot give. We need to place a higher value on trust in workplace. There need to be some higher value, some higher standard, some higher value, some higher standards which we are setting to regain, to restore, and to build that trust in workplace. We need to build trust, restore it, and inspire it every chance we get. Whenever we get a chance to show that trust, that yes, we trust you, we have faith on you, just grab that opportunity and show it. Today, if you say that yes, there's a strong bond of trust between me and my friend, you need to polish it every time. If you think that you're not going to polish it and still it's going to be there with you, that is not at all possible. You need to polish it from time to time. You need to inspire it. You need to restore it from time to time. If trust that produces result, it's the trust in the team. When people trust on each other, they're going to produce results. If they don't trust each other, they are never going to reduce the risk. And one of the example which I have given in the previous session, when there was no trust, the step which they were, no, sorry, ABCD can dance. In that movie, we have seen without trust, it was very difficult for them to do a very simple step in which both of them were perfect. But when a trusted person came in front of them, they were able to do that. So that is the power of trust. If trust is there in the team, it will reduce conflict, it will improve problem solving, it will improve productivity, it will improve honesty, it will improve team building, it will improve your attachment, your honesty, your dedication towards the work and towards the individual. So it's trust which makes things easy in the organization. When we are working, we trust the organization that is going to grow and it is going to provide us the growing opportunity. In the organization, when they are hiring us, they trust on us that we will be faithful, will be confidential, we are not going to harm the organization. That is how trust comes. When we consult a doctor, we trust them that whatever treatment they are going to give, it is for us, it is going to cure us, it is not going to harm us, right? So the path to restoration is to increase your personal credibility and behave in the way that inspire trust. Now, saying that I trust you is not going to make you a trustworthy person. Showing it by your result, giving results, producing results, showing by your action, being creditable for your activities, behaving in a specified manner, that is going to show the path towards trust. Now, if once the trust is broken and if you say that I'm not going to repeat this again, please trust me, no one is going to trust you until and unless you don't prove yourself by your action, by your results. Lost trust. When someone has lost your trust, what do you do if someone loses your trust? Like you were trusting someone and all of a sudden you realize that the person is not trustworthy. What do? We feel bad. We feel sad. We just keep on blaming ourselves that why did we trust that person? That person is not a trustworthy person. We people that stop trusting to that person. These are things we usually do when someone breaks our trust first. Don't step over it or step around it. Drop the rock and go to the person directly. Now, if you think that someone has lost your trust, don't step over it. Don't keep on thinking about the same thing that this happened. This person has just, no, drop that thing. Go to that person and talk directly what happened. Is it actually intentionally he broke our trust or there's some other reason? It was just a miscommunication or you were unable to understand the clear picture, or the thing which you are thinking that it has affected you, it has broken your trust. In future, it is going to reward you. You need to talk to that person. You need to know that thing. Don't be too quick to judge. Seek to understand. Give others the benefit of the doubt. Quickly, as soon as someone did something and we simply burst out our anger that this is the person who broke our trust. This is not a trustworthy person. Why you want to jump into the conclusion so fast? When you do something and someone just blames you, you want the chance for explanation. So why you are being judgmental? Don't jump to the conclusion. Don't just judge anyone so quickly. Try to understand the situation, what happened, what went wrong, the things you are listening is actually true, was actually spoken by that person, or it's something that someone has just heard, framed it into the sentence, into a story and told you. You need to find out the real reason that what happened. So give others that benefit of the doubt. Okay, let them explain themselves. Give them the chance to clarify your doubt. don't automatically assume that a failure of competence is the failure of character. Many mistakes are not intentional. Just remember this thing. Some mistakes just happens. Okay, don't say that if a person has broken your trust, then the person is bad with the character. No, it may be just an intentional thing which happened. Be straight, be kind. Always say directly, be kind to that person. When you think that someone has broken your trust, when someone has lost your trust, go to that person politely, softly, speak straightly, whatever is there in your heart and mind. Both individual, be quick to apologize, be quick to forgive. One of the way is quickly apologize. If you think that yes, I did a mistake and I should be sorry for that, don't give a second thought. Don't wait for the right time to come. Don't wait for something like today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. No, go right away, say sorry, apologize for the mistake you have done. And if someone comes to you for apology, be quick and forgiving. There is no point stretching the thing for longer duration. It's not going to give you anything. But forgiving may bring that person back to you. Forgive and accept. You can't really forget, but accepting is healthy. I know forgetting is very difficult. You cannot forget what happened with you, but at least you can accept that thing that, okay, this happened with me, but this person is seeking for forgiveness, is apologizing. So it's okay. Watch actions, trust, but verify. Now, when someone is asking you to trust back again, don't just simply jump to the conclusion and say, yes, okay, this happened by mistake. Let me trust. Let me give my blind faith to this person again. No, don't even try to jump to that conclusion. Watch their action. Trust them, but before trusting, verify that whether they are genuinely trying to build the trust or it's just another way by which they are waiting to shoot next arrow at you. So watch their action, verify their action, and then trust them again. Why building trust at workplace is important. Why it is important? Why it's important to build trust at workplace? We can work without building trust, right? Can we work without building trust? No, we cannot. No, we then should be a trustworthy environment where we are living, where we are working. Without trust, productivity will decrease. We won't be willing to come to the workplace. We won't work as per what manager or the higher authority have told. We won't be very innovative, creative. Productivity will not be there. Efficiency will decrease. Teamwork will not be there. So there are a lot of reasons why we say that building trust at workplace is very important. So first point says, trust enhances teamwork and collaboration. When trust is there, it is going to improve your teamwork. It is going to enhance collaboration. It has a big impact on how employees collaborate and work together on same project. It's because of trust that people come together and work together as a team in a same project. As people are still working from home, like now we are adding the virtual thing also. As people are still working from home, employees start realizing how important it is to build trust. Now see, we cannot see anyone. Everyone is working from home in the virtual world. And maybe this situation is going to last for long, or maybe the future way of working is going to be work from home only. So in this, now employers have realized that how important it is to build trust in the workplace. When people trust, they work more effectively, efficiently. Now here, see, managers are having blind trust on the employees that yes, they are doing their work. They are working for the actual time which they were supposed to work. So it's the trust they are showing. It's the trust they are having on their employees. So this is the workplace trust. And because of this only that employees are motivated, because manager don't keep on pinging them and asking, what have you done? What have you done in last 1 year? Where were you? What are you doing? So those things are not happening. No regular, after every 2-3 hours, no regular meetings are there to take the update. What have they done in last 2 to 3 hours? So this way, this trust environment is actually helping them, helping the manager to get the productivity and helping, motivating the employees to give their productivity. Poor employee communication is reason number one for poor collaboration. Trust enhances collaboration, but if the communication is not strong, then it becomes one of the reasons for poor collaboration, that collaboration doesn't happen to be successful. Second says, trust improves organizational alignment. When they trust, they are much more likely to work together towards achieving the same ultimate business goal. It's because of the trust which is bringing them together. They're trusting each other's work. And that's the reason they are focusing on completing their task, because they are sure that each individual, they have the trust on each individual that yes, they are going to finish up the work on task. And when all of us will finish the work on task, we will ultimately achieve the business goal. And that is the same trust which manager or the leader is having on the team, that yes, this is the trust we have, this is the trust we have that our team is going to finish up the project within the deadline. So for alignment of organization, for alignment of organization, communication is again must. Their core goals should be communicated clearly to the employees. Their mission, vision should be clear. If these are clearly communicating, then only they can work in that direction, and then only they can trust the objective, the goal of the organization, that yes, I trust the goal of the organization because it is working in the direction which they have in their mind. Like this is working towards achieving the vision of the organization. Third, trust improves efficiency, engagement, and productivity. Higher trusted workplace are the places which gives lot of productivity, more than 100% productivity. So if trust is there, it is going to improve efficiency of the employees up to 50%. You'll see that 50% more efficiency, more engagement, and more productivity is there. So highly trusted workplace enjoy 50% higher employee productivity, 106% or more energy at work, and 13% less sick leaves. You know, when we have a very good atmosphere, when we have a very good culture, we would like to work. We usually don't prefer taking sick leaves until and unless something very serious is not happening or hasn't happened to us. So it is going to reduce that sick leaves. It is going to increase your productivity. It is going to increase your efficiency, and it is going to increase your level of working at work. Fourth point says trust enhances decision making. Now, why trust enhances decision making? Because see, management is taking the decision. It's not we the individual who are taking all different types of big decisions, right? So when there is trust in the organization, we as the employee are going to trust the decision of the manager, like whatever they have decided. For example, if they have decided for a collaboration, if they have decided for any kind of merger, we will trust them that it is going to make the company grow. And if company is growing, along with company, we are also going to grow. So it is going to enhance decision making. No one is going to question you again and again that why did you take this decision? They're going to trust your decision. So when trust is there, decision becomes very smooth and implementing decision also becomes smooth. Now it goes both way. Now I have told you from the managers, from the employees perspective. So basically it is going to go both way, that managers have trust on team and supervisors have trust on managers. Now they trust their team that whatever decision we have taken, whatever deadline we are going to give to our employees as subordinates, they are going to abide by that. They are going to provide us with the timely results. And same way, superior also trust the managers, that manager, whatever decision they have taken, it is for the in the good faith of the company as well as for the employees. So they are also going to work with full efficiency and 100% dedication to achieve that goal within specified timeline. Now, when such synergy happens, managers are more likely to empower their employees to make their own decision also. Now, big decision they have taken when there is trust, right? The trust is there, so the big merger decision they have taken. Now, if there is some small decisions which individual can take at their level, the manager will give them the full authority to take those decisions at their level and to come up with the solutions. Now here, employees, subordinates are giving them the authority to take big decisions, and manager in return are giving them the authority to take small decisions to get the work done. Fifth, trust decreases stress and burnout in the workplace. Now, employees who trust their employers experiment very less stress and very less burnout. The data which was collected once in a survey, in the recent survey, it shows that 70 when there's trust in the workplace. So 70% of the stress is reduced by the employees, and along with that, what workplace. So this was actually being surveyed. You know why this is not there? Because see, with trust, there's of arguments, the chances of shouting, all these things reduce. And when these things are reducing, obviously you're not going to be in a stressful situation. There's no specific guidelines like this is how you're going to do, this is first thing, second, third, fourth. No, here even the employees are being given freedom to do their work their way by just giving them the clear picture of what they have to do and what is the deadline. Now how they want to achieve that, how they'll be working on that, how they'll be finishing of the task within the deadline, they all can decide. So this is the reason the less stress is there, burnout is less. 6 point says trust increases employee loyalty and retention. You know, the burnout employees, the stressed employees are 2.5 times more likely to leave their current employee than any other employee. They keep on frequently shifting if they are very stressful, if they are burnt out from the workplace, if they are very angry from the employees, they keep on switching the job until and unless they don't find a satisfactory employer. So if there is loyalty, like we know for all these things research continuously happens. So research have shown that 67% of the US worker feel burnout and out of them 60% of the employees change their job. If they're not changing, then almost 50 to 60% of the workers keep on taking sick leaves because they are so burned out. So if loyalty is there, then employee will stay with the organization for a longer duration. They are going to be committed towards the organization because of the trust they have. You know why we blindly go with someone? If the parents tell us that, okay, we are going today at this place, we are hardly going to question them, right? We simply go with them. Same way, if organization shows trust on you, if organization is going to show the trust towards the employers, and employers is going to show trust towards the organization. The working of the organization becomes very smooth, and the employees are more likely to stay in the organization rather than quitting and shifting to the next organization. They too don't want to keep on switching their jobs again and again. How lengthy process it is for both of them, from employee perspective as well as for organizational perspective. Now, if we talk about employee perspective, if they keep on changing their job, they have to search on for the job, they have to prepare, then again new culture, new people, new project. So it will take again a set of 6 months for them to find the job, to get settled in that job. Same way, when organization is hiring a new talent, then the organization has to incur time as well as cost for incurring a new talent, because when they're incurring new talent, they have to train them, like this is the project on which you will be working. They'll be giving 100% of the efficiency to get the best candidate. Maybe they'll have to bear extra salary. So all these things happen. So from both the perspective, it is not good if employee keep on switching their job. So to retain their employees, it is important to have trust in the organization. If organization have trust environment for the employees, they are more likely to stay with them. If they are less stressed, if they are less burnout at workplace. Seventh point says trust overcome resistance to change. When communication is effective and trust in workplace increases, making people more confident, more comfortable about their organizational decision and new initiative. So people will not hesitate to switch to new things. Example which happened last year, people were switched to virtual world, virtual way of working, and see how much comfortable they have become. Now when the organization, for their goodwill of the people, suddenly decided that now you don't have to come to offices, for them whose work was possible from home, they gave them the option to work from home so that they keep their employees safe. Now, these are the employees who were having trust on the organization. And organization proved by their action that yes, not only financially, we also want to work for your good health. And taking this decision, they have given them good health, allowing them to work from any location, has given them the freedom, has given them a good environment where at this difficult phase, they were able to stay with their family members. They were able to take care of their old age parents. So that was the trust, no? The trust was there and organization proved that trust. Now, taking this into consideration, if organization suddenly will bring some changes, for example, if organization comes up with a hybrid model, people will not be hesitant to accept that change. They'll not be resistant. They'll accept that change because trust is there. Trust is going to overcome that resistance to change in them. The last point, why building trust in workplace is important. The last point says trust improves innovation and creativity. Now, when people feel free to communicate, express their ideas, and when they trust their employees and supervisors, superiors, they are more prompt to innovativity, and come up with a new solution. And you will really see that a trusted workplace will have more creative employees. If any problem comes into their organization or comes within the team, they quickly resolve that problem within the team itself. They come up with very creative and innovative ideas to make the organization grow. And why this thing happens? Because they trust the management that if they are going to come up with something good, management is going to consider their decision. It's not going to be that whatever we as the management has decided, you all are going to work in the direction. It is also that if something good, something creative comes from yourself to us, from you to us, we are going to consider that also. So data has shown that a place, a trusted workplace, have 20% more creative person than any other organization which don't have a trustworthy atmosphere, trustworthy environment. So these are the few of the points, like 8 points, which we have discussed, saying why building trust at workplace is important. So not only at workplace, we will be discussing about why building trust is important for our personal life, our professional life, everywhere, whether we talk about society, whether we talk about organization, whether we talk about our personal life, our personal relations, our friends, our social life, everywhere. Trust is very important. If trust is not there, those relations are not going to survive for long. It's just going to be high, hello, and it's gone. But trust creates a very good environment. It creates a long relationship. It stays with you for a longer duration, not just for couple of days, couple of weeks, or couple of months. One of the most important thing of having trust in the organization is it is going to avoid the chances of continuous conflicts. If they will trust on the capabilities of each other, like in a team there are 7 different people. One person is very good in marketing strategies, so whatever strategies he's going to bring to market their product, all 6 person will adopt that, will start working on that, because they have trust on that person, that yes, whatever he is going to bring, that is going to be the best marketing strategy, and that is definitely going to give us returns in near future. So that is the trust. Trusting, we every time don't enter into any types of arguments if trust is there. Sometimes arguments are good. It's okay to argue sometimes. It's okay to, because arguments, conflicts will give some more innovative, creative things, but not always. So here, trusting gives you a very productive team, efficient team to work for the goals and vision, mission of the organization. So with this, we have come to an end for today's session of trust building. Now, after this, what do you think if I'm going to talk about society? Why having trust in society? Okay, you can find out the answer in the next class, and you will be coming up with the answer that why having trust on society is important. Organizational trust, I have told you why it is important. Now for society, you will be telling me why trust in society is important in the next session. And along with this, in the next session, we will be discussing about benefits of trusting at workplace and other trust, like workplace trust we have done. Now personal trust, why personal trust, why building trust in personal life, personal relations is important. So we are done with the session. Now in next 10 minutes, we are going to start with our next session, the last session of the day, that is time management. So see you exactly at 4:50. Take your break, get back at 4:50. Bye-bye, take care.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, bye-bye.